Hello and welcome to the Forum Games and Quizzes podcast. This is Liberal.
Hi, I'm the Ringlord.
And we also have Dog Jelly. No, don't stop it! No! Get back in your cage, Dog Jelly. You're not included in this podcast. We just want your ears.
He's such an attention-seeking whore.
He is, yes. So, let's talk about threads we like and games we like.
Forum games we
Forum
like.
games
This
we
is
like.
such a cool topic. Everyone will like us for this, won't they? Yes. So the first topic I think we should really talk about is the whole Mafia thing. I mean, you'll know a lot more about this than I do.
Yeah, because I was playing it.
So, go on, give us a lowdown on the whole story.
The lowdown. Well, basically, the PG's Mafia is it's politics related. It hasn't been running for very long because Nick posted a comment revealing all the Mafians because he was lynched on one of the first phases because he was Godmother, so he was able to know who all the Mafians were and revealed me and several other members to be Mafians, and then the game was locked, like on PG's request.
I suppose
to be fair,
does
because
ruin the game.
he did completely ruin the game, and he was banned for a month.
Does this really deserve a ban? I mean, a warning, definitely. He's ruined a game that obviously someone PG has spent a lot of time working on, but I think that maybe the punishment was too severe.
I think maybe a month is too severe. I'd say maybe 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks, maybe.
I think even that is quite severe.
And then start with Politics Mafia as soon as possible. Like, edit it to be suitable to be playable again. And then do that, but...
Well, Mafia is very, very popular.
I don't like what Nick did, but I'm not going to hold it against him.
Nick's a personal friend of mine.
Yeah.
And by Nick, we mean Te Black Mage.
Yeah, just
I think we should make a rule to use usernames rather than real names, because not everyone's in the loop.
Well, if we say the name, we'll say what the username is. So, yeah, Nick is Te Black Mage. most people here will know what.
Most people will know who Nick is, but...
Yeah. He started calling me James as well.
You don't...
Got my permission.
Do you like being called James? Well, he calls me Ben all the time. I'm not too happy about being called Ben, but...
Yeah, we should call you instead.
I thought we did have a no swearing policy, but you know James has broken that already.
Again.
And by James, I mean Liberal.
Yeah, I was swearing quite a bit the last time we were recording this, and we said we would do it again.
Oh well.
I said that as well.
So, where do you think the Mafia series can go from here?
I like Mafia. Shut up, Isaac. Well, Nick raised a few points, which I'm not really sure. I don't want to get into this too much, to be honest, because it was over a band member. I don't want to get into the politics of O&M members.
Yeah, if you want to get into the politics of O&M members, go on Bro&M.
Yeah, go on Bro&M.
Bro&M. That's where you want to be if you want to bitch about people.
That is. I don't know the URL for that, but maybe you do, Ben.
www.broandm.chatandgo.com.
Yeah, don't forget to put www because that's really necessary. Yeah, moving on to the next topic then. Should we talk about threads now?
I think the most important thing we can talk about, we'll save that for last. We're obviously going to talk about the future of Forum Games and Quizzes, where it's going to go from the massive schism that's happened. But I think we can talk about recent threads.
Schism.
Good people die. I believe this is a topic very close to your heart. Well, not very close to your heart, as shown by the fact that the thread is pretty much dead.
I let it die.
You should rename it to Good Threads Die. Or Bad Threads Die.
It wasn't a good game. No, wait, it was. It could have been a good game if it continued on with, but I just couldn't be bothered.
So, you had shitty hosting skills and that's why it died?
No, it wasn't shitty hosting skills.
Well, it was.
If you were swearing. Stop swearing. No, it wasn't that. It's just I was lazy.
So
and I wasn't compelled to keep on. But I think... Shut up.
Wow, that's quite a staunch defence, ladies and gentlemen.
Where does this come from? You can't call me a bad host. In fact, you're saying I was a good host.
You are a good host.
Thank you. Thanks for clearing that up.
You're a good host as long as you keep posting, but you haven't kept posting.
Because I said I can't be bothered continuing anymore, and if I can't be bothered continuing posting, there's no point because it just wouldn't be the same. Moving on.
Moving on to another amazing game that's come out. Never.
I thought you were going to say Ocean or that.
Oh, we're going to save the best till last.
Okay. So, Chaos Rain by Dog Jelly.
What?
Chaos Rain by Dog Jelly.
Never is a game based on the drinking game Never Have I Ever. Probably inspired by the fact that Dread Raven is an alcoholic.
Yes. Yes, he is.
He told me that he
an alcoholic.
started speaking to the mods, and he was like, "Oh, can I make a Never Have I Ever game?"
Yeah.
And they said no because it technically comes under follow-ons. But I don't know. What do you think of it? Do you think it can really go anywhere? I mean, I genuinely don't know what's going on other than it's set in a tavern and you play as yourself.
Yeah, that is basically it.
It's like the Facebook of foreign games and quizzes.
It's questionable how much Dog Jelly. Dog Jelly. It almost sound like you're involved in this, but you're not. But yeah, Dread Raven's character, it's like I'm not sure how much of himself that's based on, to be honest. Is that his name, Aaron? Is that Dread Raven's name?
God if I know.
Probably is. Anyway, yeah, but I think Dread Raven will make a good job of it. He'll be fine.
If he posts, because he's yet to start the game.
He only has 7 sign-ups so far, to be fair.
Don't know, 7 sign-ups is enough. For Russia now, I only wanted 6.
The norm is 8 though, and normally people don't start straight away, to be fair. And with Mafia, when it was on, the forum was pretty inactive.
You can't compare a roleplay to a Mafia.
I'm not comparing it, I'm just saying when Mafia was on, all the life from the other forum games seemed to be sucked out of them and into Mafia because people just cared about that game and nothing else. I'm just saying that it was a slow start just because of Mafia, I think.
Fair enough. Which brings us on to the third game we're going to talk about. Ushino.
Yeah.
I know I'm kind of biased in talking about this.
Yeah. You are.
I am. I'm pretty proud of it, actually.
Yeah.
Well, this is your turn to talk and tell me what you think of it. Because I'm obviously going to go, oh, it's great, it's amazing, because it's a game that I've made. But you should tell me.
It's true.
As a player, how is it going so far?
As a player, it is going it is going fairly well. Not amazingly, but it suffered a setback in that the main player above Ben is banned now. That is Nick. So it's probably going to be a bit sluggish. And recently, the second to last post, it basically said to the players, "Oh, you should socialise. Talk to at least one other player," which was a bit.
Yeah, I think that may have
a mistake.
Beat it down a little bit, but I don't know. I quickly realised my mistake, and I'm pretty impressed with the people that have been posting so far. Nick's posts have been great. Nintendo Ninja's posts have been up to par. Your posts have been good. Chaos Controls, K2s, they're all really good. If I haven't mentioned you, it's not because I don't think your posts are good, it's just because I can't really mention every single person who plays.
You cannot.
You've all been good.
There are so many players.
It's good to see Hyder144 back on the forum, I've got to say.
Yeah, that is true. I haven't seen him really playing any games recently. He was playing Mafia, but that was his first time, but unfortunately it was cancelled. The thing about Wish now is it's really story driven, and by story I mean the story is the host intended, so it's not really for everybody. Like a lot of the games are more like traditional text-based RPGs where you have statistics and stuff, whereas in Ushina it's down to what you write. It's down to writing intelligently. So it's quite different to a lot of those games.
That's very much my personal preference, and I do project that into the game.
It is and this comparison is inevitable. It is a bit like Insignia's Arc in that respect, but it is also a bit different as well. It is.
I think, in terms of game mechanics, on a basic level, they are really similar. But I think people will see as it continues on how different they can be.
The setting is completely different, and
yeah.
The Ringlord has been a bit more hands-on with this one. I've noticed, like from the start of the game. Anyway,
let's move on from it.
Yeah, move on. So, the thing is, there are quite a few other games that I haven't played and you haven't played, so we can't really talk about them. So,
well, the 3 games that I've noticed recently were.
I think Aftermath is probably one of the most successful games of the forum at the moment, but I've never played it.
I've never played it
so I can't really say.
Even though it was doing really, really well when I first came back, but now it's. I mean, Foreign Games and Quizzes are lucky to have, 2 posts a day? No?
I'd say maybe 10 posts a day, but that is still pretty low.
It's pretty pathetic.
Can I just say that I don't really care, but shit. Yeah.
You don't really care?
I don't really care.
That's...
Can I just say, I used to be really, I wouldn't say passionate about this issue, but I used to write quite a lot about this, how the Senate was doing, like, the politics of forum games, but I'm not really that fussed now.
So you think that the Senate going away is not a good thing?
I don't really care. It doesn't really matter that much. Like, the Senate is just more bureaucracy. But if I was like a senator, then I would be up for it, just so I can like tell
just
people.
Just so you had the power.
Power. See, I love power.
See, this is what was wrong with the Senate. People were just on a power rush.
We're on a power rush.
And that's
I can regulate text-based adventure games.
Exactly. No, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
It made people who weren't moderators feel like that they were moderators, and ruined it. The system, in theory, was really good, and maybe it is a right decision to bring it back. But even I'll admit that there are flaws.
Yes,
and on the subject of the future of forum games and quizzes, let's talk about the proposal to delete forum games and quizzes altogether and split it up into its component parts.
Well, obviously I am completely against deleting forum games and quizzes because, I don't know, it wouldn't be the same.
You've just said you don't care.
No, I don't care about whether the forum's like active or not. That's what I meant to say. I can literally mean I don't care, but if it's not active, it's because not many people post it. It's arguable whether the forum was better before because it was more active. Because I think the standard of the posts are better now. So I would argue that it's...
I would like to be able to log into the forum at 1 o'clock, refresh the page at 7 o'clock, and see that at least one post has been made.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, it's just... The forum's pretty much dead, and if no one's posted, then they're going to be forced to shut the forum
I will say
down.
it's not very active. Well, there is a post. It's usually in comment on above poster, unless some random posts on it because nobody says something about them for ages. But no, I disagree with that because the reviewers forum is even in a worse state.
That's because it's part of a Nintendo forum, and
it's not.
I'm gonna get like beat for saying this, but no one plays Nintendo games anymore.
To be honest, most of the O&Mers don't really care about Nintendo much.
Yeah, O&M has become a forum about.
But the reviewers it was active once, but right now.
Yeah, it used to be quite a staunch part of it. I mean, speaking of like the rest of the forum, Off Topic is still the only active part, and even that's
the bastion of O&M.
It's taken a dip in.
That is arguable.
Activity. I think the problem in the lack of activity on the forum is the fact that Nintendo is sucking so bad. No one gives a shit about Nintendo anymore.
Well, it is the two are kind of similar in a way. I mean, they are like is correlating. So Nintendo aren't really that popular amongst gamers anymore, and forum, I wouldn't say it was badly inactive, but it seems less active than usual.
Yeah, the forum's pretty much dying. I think.
I don't think it's. I would say it's dying, though. I think this is just a mini phase, like a bump. But I think it'll be back to normal soon. To be honest,
Soon.
and we won't even notice it because dying. It's not dying. People are posting on the forum all the time, and forum games isn't the center of all now. Far from it. It's like, oh, forum games is the small child that everyone else abuses.
Yeah, you're probably right. Actually, it is the Isaac of the forum. Anyway, other possibilities for forum games and quizzes is bringing back approval, whether it be mod approval, Senate approval. What do you think of this?
That's not really an issue at the moment. Nobody's really talking about approval that much. It's more to do with whether or not we should bring back the Senate. But
well, the Senate is.
My view is I'm ambivalent towards this because I don't think it really matters.
I think at the moment the Senate's not really. I mean, at first I was like, oh yeah, the Senate will solve everything, but I think that is really a really naive view. The most important thing at the moment is to bring back forum games. Maybe limit them to a few. But a few years ago, we had that thing where it was like a host could only host like 1 or 2 games. If we brought that back,
there's only so many forum games you could have though. To be honest, most of them are pretty bad. Comment on the above post that you can't not have forums game without that. Although it's not really bad, it's not really a game, and I wouldn't really be fussed if it went. But even though I post on it quite regularly. But there's Steal the Mario Hat. I'm kind of biased because that is a game that I used to. I wouldn't say host because for most of the time it's been on forum games and quizzes. It's been an account that I use that is banned. So I haven't really been doing. I haven't looked in the thread for like maybe a few years now. But I didn't make that game. It was someone else, but I reintroduced it to and it lasted for quite a long time until the blanket ban, the near blanket ban of follow-on games.
Maybe
I'm not really that fussed because all the follow-on games that forum games needs are on the forum, apart from maybe Steal the Mario Hat and comment on the book posted, but because the alphabet games like the alphabet game were just stupid.
What was the alphabet game?
Like you had a conversation with the posters, starting with a letter of the alphabet that they used at the start of their post.
That's
like they
stupid.
started like saying, I don't know, hello for A, hello, I'm James, and then they would say, my mind's not working properly at the moment, so I can't really do this, but it was stupid.
I understand what you mean.
It was stupid. No offense to Somber Area or Jammy 666.
Me and Jammy 666 have a very big history.
Because I've made loads of stupid games, which I didn't think were smart.
Like Good People Die.
No, it wasn't. It was potentially a good game. Question Time. I made a Question Time game. We still didn't last long.
I made this game that wasn't very popular. No one really played it, called Planet O&M.
Yeah.
And that just no one even remembers that game anymore. Who said there was no humour?
Seriously, dude, stop mentioning Good People Die. Stop it.
I think that if the mods made forum games, then they'd do better.
What do you mean?
Like, if mods made a set number of forum games, it would help the community. Like, for example, if Rafi posted a game, or if Numbers posted a game, or Rye or Pokémaster. Like, one of them did like a 4-on game each. People will play these games, people will be drawn to these games, and it will probably increase the community.
Let's move on to Member of the Week. We say it was Rafi, who's made several good contributions to the forum recently, such as Silence version 3.
Silence version 3. We didn't mention this in the in the threads conversation because it's just that good.
It is the Citizen Kane of forum games. I'm pitching myself right now over it.
She recently took part in a daring game of Truth or Dare.
A daring one.
A daring one,
yeah.
And it literally brought forum games and quizzes to a standstill. Literally a standstill. No one's posted since you put that. And I don't know. She's like the queen of Bro and M, the queen of forum games and quizzes. She's pretty much always been here.
Queen Bee, yeah.
Do you know on that Meet the Mods thing?
Yeah, I know of Meet the Mods.
Yeah, have you clicked on it?
I've clicked on it once.
Have you seen all the pictures of the mods and like cartoons and stuff?
No.
Oh, well, they've got like caricatures of all the mods, and Rafi is the only one that's got a Lego head.
A Lego head?
Yeah.
Okay, why?
I don't know why. Ask her.
She loves Lego. Everybody loves Lego, to be fair.
Everyone does love Lego, to be fair.
But I'm guessing Rafi loves Lego.
So anyway, without any reasons whatsoever, or any legitimate reasons whatsoever, we're naming Rafi as Member of the Week purely because it's Rafi. And also we haven't had time to prepare a proper Member of the Week. And next week we will have a decent Member of the Week, won't we, Liberal?
Yeah.
Okay then.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's pretty much it from me and
Liberal and Dog Jelly. Yes, Dog Jelly does have two mouths, with which he two separate voices comes out. Anyway, that is the end of the podcast.
Have yourself an amazing week posting on a forum that gives no real meaning to your life whatsoever.
Indeed.
I bet you feel cool.
This is a farewell from me, Liberal, and
goodbye from me, the Ringlord. Chin chin.
Tally ho!